Georgia Southern Athletics here with women's basketball coach Chris Vozab. The Eagles pick up a huge Southern Conference win at Hanner Fieldhouse to start 2013. Coach, you talked about the intensity and playing for a full 40 minutes, and that's exactly what the Eagles got today. Tell us a little bit about the game plan.
Yeah, I'm really proud of our kids. We talked about not letting up and making sure that every time we make a run that we can't take a sigh of relief, because we know we're playing good teams. They're going to make runs right back at us, which they certainly did. But I thought we had a lot more resolve than we've had when we've been in this situation some other times, and some difficult losses that I think we were able to learn from. And when we were in similar situations this time, we handled things differently and better, and I'm just real proud of our kids.
We talked a little bit about the breakthrough, a very difficult back and forth first half. Had some things, like you said, not necessarily go your way, but you came out at halftime. What did you tell your team at halftime?
Well, we talked about how we were doing some things well, but one thing that wasn't so good is I felt like the loose balls, the 50-50 rebounds, we got half of them, they got half of them. And we talk all the time, we've got to be the extra effort team, and we can't get just 50% of them. We got to be getting all of those loose balls, and that was really one of our focus points. And then the other one was they shot 42% in the first half, and you know, they're a good team, but we've started to really pride ourselves in holding some people in the mid-30s, so we kind of made that a talking point about that's not what we do. We got to hold people in the low 30s, and I want to say they were 28 in the second half, held them under 35 for the game, which is really good defense.
We talked a little bit about with your Eagles that they haven't played at home much, so we haven't really had a chance to see them. This is only the third time this year. Fourth time will be Wednesday at 7 o'clock against Furman. But one of the other things we noticed is that when they got down, they bounced right back up, and you said it perfectly, the resolve. And then when they had the dry spell, they just played harder on defense. Are those some of the things you've been talking about in practice and working on?
They really are things we've been talking about, hammering away, understanding what our identity is. And I thought another thing we talked about is making more possessions, and we did a nice job on the boards. We got so many huge O boards that created brand new possessions for us. A couple breakdowns, but overall we limited their offensive rebounds, so we kept their possessions down, and we took care of the ball better than we have in a while to make our possessions more meaningful, obviously, when you get a shot at the hoop. So everything that we addressed from Charleston to now, our kids really responded, and I'm very proud of them for that.
Well, two things that we also noticed extremely well with free throws, difference in the game tonight also, and just the fact that they were able to bounce back whenever adversity struck.
Well, definitely, like I was touching on earlier, the first close game that we had a shot to win and we didn't get it done, George Mason, we learned a few things from those special situations late in the game. We drilled them in practice. I felt like we were in the same situation again. We'd be more comfortable. Then Charleston was a slightly different type of game, coming from behind, but still late game situations. Some things we didn't handle great. We addressed them yesterday and today, and there was a calmness and a collective confidence that our kids had when we were in those same situations today.
Well, it was evident, Coach, and we can't wait to see the Eagles again on Wednesday night.
Thanks very much, Rose.